Hello everybody, this is Richard with Revolution Games here today to talk to you a little bit about the Chit system in Cells. The Chit pull system in Cells is one of the central design elements in the game that we use to simulate things such as air power, fuel shortages, command indecision, and aggressive generalship. As you can see here, I have the German Chits displayed here on the map. We classify the chits into two different types. We have what we call the tactical chits, which represent certain events that can occur during a game turn. For example, this is a combat chit for the Germans, tactical chit. And basically this will give the Germans a +1 or a -1 on one combat during the turn. Then we have what we call the action chits, and you can see they have the divisional symbols for each of the German panzer divisions in the game and the Führerbelgite Brigade. They're at the end. These are used when pulled from the chit pool to actually move units on the board. So, for example, if I were to pull the 2nd Panzer Division out of the pool, I would be able to potentially move all the units of the 2nd Panzer Division, or alternatively move one unit from another formation. It's important to note that the chits are different for each side, so they do not use the same chit pool. The Germans have their own chit pool, while the Allies have a separate one. If we go look up here on the game record track, each turn, each side will have a certain number of chit pools they're allowed to have. If we look at December 23rd here, the Allies will get one chit pool, and the Germans will get two chit pools. During the first turn, the Germans have the initiative, so they will actually have the first chit pool from their German pool. On the second turn, you can notice that the Allies have two chit pools while the Germans have three. The order in which those are pulled are determined by a die roll. So during the second turn, December 24th, each player will roll one die. It will be modified by either day or night. The Allies will get a +1 during the day, and the Germans will get a +1 during the night. And the player with the highest die roll will have the choice of whether they want to pull first or have his opponent pull first. So we'll do a little scenario here where we're going to start with December 23rd, where the Germans have the initiative and they will pull first. So the first thing I have to do is I need to place all my German tactical chits into my chit pool, and in Vassal I have to put them in a little window. If you actually have the game, you can use a cup or whatever you need to pull randomly. So I place all the German tactical chits into the pool, and then depending on the turn, I will look up on the player chart which formations to actually place into the pool. So you can see here on December 23rd, the Panzerlehr and the 2nd Panzer each get one action chit in the pool. Notice on December 24th that Panzerlehr and 2nd Panzer have two chits they place in the pool along with one from the 116th. So what that means is the 2nd Panzer or Panzerlehr has the potential to actually move twice during one turn. And see the Allied chits here, how dissimilar they are from the Germans in that they have the 2nd Armor, who has potentially the ability on the 25th and 26th to move twice during a turn. So back to the scenario here, I will place the Panzerlehr and the 2nd Panzer action chit into the German pool. So place that one there, place that one there, and then I basically, as the German player, pull a chit. I pulled the 2nd Panzer right off, so That will go as one of my actions. You can see the Germans have two actions. I marked that on my track previously. So the German player at this point would decide whether to activate all the units of the 2nd Panzer, or alternatively activate one unit of another formation. For example, Panzer Lehr. I could move that one unit instead of moving all of the 2nd Panzer. And then play would move over to the Allied player, who in their pool, we'll look up here, on the 23rd, only has the 2nd Armor. So the way that works is I would place all of the Allied tactical chits into the pool, and only the 2nd Armor. And so then they pull an extra move, which is now placed in the tactical available pool. It's important to note that you continue pulling until you actually pull an action chit or a formation chit. They're the same thing, synonymous. So I pulled a combat for the Allied, so that goes here. I pulled a day replacement, and now I pulled the 2nd Armor, which would go into the action slot here. And so now the Allied player would have the choice to move all the units of the 2nd Armor Division or one unit of another formation. And now the game turn does not end because the Germans still have one more chit pool. The Allies have used all of theirs. The Germans now have one more activation pool. So I will go to the German tactical chits, pull another one, and I pulled Panzer Lehr. Notice that I did not pull any events. So as you can see, there can be a great variability between turns because the Germans could have pulled all, some, or none of their tactical chits. But in this case, they pulled both of their formations. So I think that's all I have to talk about this time about the tactical chits and the chit pull system in cells. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you later. Bye.